Hi everyone, this is a quick video to introduce you to different features of Desmos.com. When you go to Desmos.com, your screen should look like this, and this button is what you will click to get to the graphing calculator feature. Sometimes throughout the semester, we're going to do actual activities in Desmos, and students, you would get a code in your assignment in Google Classroom. You would enter the code and it would take you to the activity builder. If you have to submit something to me that you did on Desmos, you need to go up here where it says log in or sign up. Maybe you've never logged in before. Whichever one you pick, choose your school email account. So you'd have to check those and then sign up with Google, and please use your school email account. This will let you export anything that you've made in Desmos and attach it if you have to attach something as your work. Now, if you're just going to be going to the graphing calculator, I would recommend instead that you go to this website, desmos.com/testing/North Carolina/graphing. That will take you to the exact version of Desmos that is available on all North Carolina final exams, on North Carolina EOCs, teacher-made tests. This is pretty much the website that you would want to go to. There's not that much of a difference, but it does vary a little bit. So in this version, Desmos has the ability to graph equations and functions. So you notice it is only showing one line because those two are the same. The red one was in equation form and the blue one is in function form. If you have an equation, it doesn't have to be a function. Desmos can graph equations that are not functions at all. You can use the keyboard on your Chromebook or laptop, desktop, whatever you have, but down here where it says show keypad, this is where some of the other features are that you might not have a button for on your computer's keyboard. So where I just typed x squared plus y squared, you could have easily used this button to get you the exponent. This button would let you put in something other than a 2. Your inequality symbols are in here, absolute value, square root, pi. And in Math 2 and in Math 3, we might have some other functions that will show up over here under the functions button. We're not going to use too much of what's over here because a lot of it you can just type, but you can look through these. If I tell you something is in the functions button, you're going to want to look over here. All right, so a couple things that you can do with your graph. Checking the circle will make it disappear visually from your graph without having to type in the equation again. So if you have multiple equations but you only want to see them one at a time, you can turn them on and off, and I'll show you. So I can just unclick it and then I don't have to type it in again. If you go to this little sprocket where it says edit, so these buttons here is how you convert your equation to a table. This would make a copy of your equation, and if you click on the colored circle, here's where you can make it a dotted line, change the color, whatever else you wanted to do. So to show you what it looks like, I will go ahead and convert this one to a table. Now you can see it only gives you like 5 points here, but the points do show up on your graph. If I wanted to see the ordered pair when x was 5, I would just have to type it in manually. So you can add points to this table. You just have to type them in. Back to that main screen of Desmos. The graphing calculator is not the only thing available on Desmos. If you go up here to Math Tools, you can select a 4-function calculator. That's just add, subtract, multiply, and divide. But the scientific calculator has a few more buttons and different functions available to you. This will pretty much still only do arithmetic. The graphing calculators that we have at school have a few more features maybe than what's on here. But if you click over to functions, some of the functions that we might be using in Math 3 for sure, and we probably won't use these if you're in Math 1, but that functions button over here is where you would want to look. Alright, so hopefully that gave you a little bit of an idea of how Desmos works. I will definitely be sharing more with you as we get to different things throughout the semester where we need to actually use Desmos, but this was intended as a brief overview to show you what features exist.